was aside from my soul.
Hello everyone, welcome to Future Podcast, a podcast where we talk about anything and everything geek. I'm your host Suleman. My co-host today is
Garth, the new Snake Man.
because Karim is still not here.
Where are you, Karim? What's happening on this vacation?
Like,
Must have met a pretty girl and left, you know. I'm settling down here. This is it.
I swear to God, if you found a girl first and our guest,
A frequent flyer.
a freaking flyer mile person. Wow.
Anyways.
I ruined that one.
I am Mick, Mikhail, MC squared. 2, Cardi.
There we go.
Yeah.
And today we are talking about a movie called. It's a weird title. You want to say it?
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
There we go. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. You can't say that like 3 times fast.
And it's amazing because it went under the radar. I think Mick just found out about it recently. And you found out about it recently?
No, I watched it years ago.
Years ago, yeah. It actually got nominated for 2 Oscars, too.
Yep.
So a lot of people don't know it, which is a surprising concept for me.
It's a really good movie, but it's also kind of weird. Just in terms of like the camera techniques, the direction they went. You just told me that Jim Carrey was the only one supposed to be acting like it's a drama movie, and everyone else treated like a slice of life.
Yeah, it was supposed to be more of a comedy. So what the director did is like, Jim, this is not a comedy. This is a serious drama role. So when he was acting, he was confused why everyone else was jokey, and he was like the straight man.
Which must have been like the weirdest part for Jim Carrey, the professional comedian, to watch other people be like less funny than him.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Less funny. You should see the way you sway your hip is you're supposed to do it that way, not
Stop
that
it, Jim
way.
Carrey. Stop it, Jim Carrey. You're the drama. You're drama. Be serious, straight man. like it's
So
like
the way I felt on the beach.
yeah.
it's a crazy concept. Like, can you imagine that? Like,
It just goes to show like a part of the director's job is to like screw the actors
no, it's supposed to give direction, and this is somehow you have to do direction.
Yeah.
by screwing with people.
Well, you think about the set for Harry Potter. Snape knew the ending of Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling gave her a hint of this is what's your role.
You're not an asshole.
So it gave, like, there's times you gotta give direction far in advance. Right?
Fair enough.
In order to bring that character alive.
Quick breakdown of the movie. Even for those of you who've like watched it years ago, who just watched it, who are interested, and watching this. By the way, this movie is 2005, 2004.
2004.
Came in 2004. So like spoilers are abound. It's just gonna happen. So, this is a weird movie to describe. So basically, guy finds girl finds guy. They like each other. Then they don't, and then they decide to go through a weird sci-fi experiment to like get rid of their memories of each other and nothing else, and then the movie is just like that going forward.
No, that with a whole bunch of complex of mirroring, because you see the mirror between that relationship.
Oh, and it's not linear.
It's
no.
they pull a Memento. Yeah, they kind of pull a Memento. Everything's scattered, but everything pieces together at the end.
Eventually, yeah. So
and
it makes
like,
sense.
And then like the movie starts actually like
Almost like in real time, like
almost because okay, the movie starts with them actually meeting each other for actually the second time, not
but
the
it feels
first
like
time.
the first one.
And
But
for
they
them, it
trick
feels
you,
like for them it feels like the first time.
Yeah.
And they're going through this and like, what's going on? And I actually got confused. Then it got to a point where the movie actually began, where they did the credits, they showed the thing, I'm like, wait, the movie didn't start yet? And he's back with David Cross, and they're now talking about like...
Well, it's supposed to be like, because I've seen this in TV a lot, where they go, it's gonna make sense halfway through. Like,
yes. Yes.
I've never had a movie just go, da 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 da, and here it is.
But this one took it to an extreme. It took it from one angle to another, right?
Yeah, because like I think at one point in the movie they actually go from just a normal sequence, they switch, they transition to and now he's here, whatever. Like you can follow movie language, and then he talks to the girl. Then the memory starts collapsing because he's in a memory, and then it turns out this memory is happening within a flashback.
Yeah.
And then he's screw you sometimes, like Spotless Mind, like. It was well done, but...
That's what they wanted you to do, right? To have that moment where you're just, like, overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Because it's not an easy process. This whole relationships and how they affect you, they did it really well to teach the audience.
And that's actually, that's actually, one of the key aspects of the whole movie, is this memories is a pretty strong theme. Like, you remember this, you remember that, then he delves back into his memories, and you pointed out, too, before we started recording, how, like... So this is essentially like a failed relationship to some extent. Like, they did break up.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't say they broke up. Here's the thing. They had a fight. and then
she
walked out.
Yeah.
Like because she was impulsive,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
She was exactly.
Which is
That's actually one of his complaints about her in that.
You're too impulsive. What do you mean? You
yeah.
erased memory of me with that one time. Remember that?
Yeah.
You just jumped off the fence there.
But yeah,
some
they
people
had
just
a bad fight. Okay.
Yeah, don't just like disappear.
Like literally.
No, disappear from our memories. It's like
You don't exist.
Could you imagine that? We just had a fight. I come back and I was like, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
Oh, you want to take it
life
there
together.
now? You want to take it there? No, I honestly don't know what's happening. Oh, don't even try, woman.
Imagine if they actually had 2 kids.
Oh.
And then, so, it's like she just forgets him and is like, comes
But
home.
she remembers that she has kids.
She remembers his kids. And it's like, what happened, Mom? I already remember Daddy. Who?
Wait, you have a father? I don't know why.
I raised you from scratch. What are you talking about? Don't
There's
get my
never
credit
been a
away.
man. No, Dad owns his house. Dad owns Jack.
I own this house. This is mine.
Yeah.
But like another part of the memories is like, so during the whole process, it's like, okay, so you have to bring all the mementos. You have the person,
Yeah.
yada yada.
That was cool. That was
So,
pretty interesting.
Like, so it wasn't just memories. Like, so the way they treated memories the doctors treated memories was just like, it's just a physical thing you could get rid of. But they were still acting on habits and things that they had. He still left, like at the very beginning, he still like ditches the train right to work, ditches work effectively, goes to the spot that they both meet up by accident.
By accident.
They're still there. They're still going through the motions. They're still like remembering each other, kind of, but not really.
Yeah.
Like their
It's
actual
a
physical
void.
memory. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it was a weird portion of the movie for me to like have that as a realization.
Mm-hmm.
There's also there's a bunch of stuff in that movie. That was awesome.
Well, they also tie memories and objects together, which is kind of what we do after a breakup. We take everything that was memorable about your past relationship, put it in a box, and hide it in the bottom of your closet. It's kind of how we do, right?
I just thought like most people threw it out.
Depends on the stuff.
The good memories, or you mean like
Both? Why not? Well, lessons learned. Got to move on.
No, this goods and bads. It's just it hurts for the initial period, right? But then
Yeah.
after you get over that period, you look at them and you're just grateful, and you just wear them or take them with you.
Yeah.
And you just never tell anyone where it's from.
But you also
Doesn't look like your
remember,
style, man. Nah, it is now.
you gotta also remember, like in relationships, when you walk away from them, sometimes you may keep the good memories if you're more prominent than the bad ones, or vice versa.
Speaking of which, this entire movie only had, like, from his perspective, only was the good
Good
memories.
memories, yeah.
So, like, the bad ones, they showed 2 scenes, and the rest is kind of implied.
Yes. Implied, like things weren't going that well.
Yeah.
Were they? But like the good scenes are really good. There's not a hint of like any disdain in them.
Yeah.
But when there's actually the bad scenes, they start up a little bit good, and it's like, hey, this is when shit hit the fan in this moment.
And you're still
this
a
was a
dick.
prominent.
Yeah.
This is a prominent like point for them.
Even his memory of her, like, when he was talking to her, like, went, you are, like, this is, like, your idea of me. This is not really me talking to you.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
he was
Good
being
line
honest to
too.
himself, kind of.
Yeah, it's a good line too. But
And
then,
it relates back. A lot of the stuff relates back, which I have to point out over and over again because
The movie's surprisingly cyclical in terms of its, like, what it's trying to say and do.
yeah, it's got there, and I'm
Tight
surprised.
script editing. Like, kudos to whoever did that. God.
And then you don't forget the cast. Like the cast, Elijah Woods was in it.
Oh, so, yeah, I have that. So I'm going to rattle Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet, Mark Ruffalo, Kirsten Dunst, Elijah Wood, David Cross, and Tom Wilkinson.
Why don't you put some movies to that?
Okay, so Jim Carrey, if you don't know him, be gone, demon. Kate Winslet.
Oh, hang on. Jim
who's Kate
Carrey's
Winslet?
mask. Kate
at
Winslet.
this time, what were they more known for? That's the. I think
Oh,
that's
at this time.
Yeah,
Oh,
even think
so,
about that.
Elijah Wood, Lord of the Rings, obviously.
Did one video. One
He
movie.
was just coming right from Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings, and they snatched him right there.
Hey, do you still need like rent money? I guess I don't know how this weird fantasy movie's gonna do.
But imagine like this was at a time like okay, I didn't even know this movie exists, but this was at a time.
I think it was overshadowed by something else that came out that year, just like easily.
I think
overshadowed.
exactly, especially if they were like they had Oscar nominees or they won Oscars, didn't they?
They had nominees.
They had nominations,
got
but-
nominations.
Double check.
Okay, the fact that they got nominations and you're kind of like, what? This movie kind of for me, I'm like, this movie exists.
Those happens with like award shows. Like 3-4 movies that you'll recognize, and then it's like, and this one, like come out this year.
I guess
Yeah.
so,
You know what
but
I mean?
like there's a
It was
reason-
that movie for that year.
Yeah, we always had that movie everywhere.
Or is it RC flick?
The more the hilarious part of it is that you had Jim Carrey, who was like the most known person in that cast.
Oh,
right?
for sure, especially at this time.
Oh yeah, Mark Ruffalo, I'm pretty sure still actually
No
did
name.
do What did he do?
I think
He
his
did
real name was-
he did a love film, did he not? Or a romance movie?
Didn't he do like a rom-com at this time?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But Elijah Wood definitely off of his reigns from Lord of the Rings.
David Cross.
Kirsten from Spider-Man. Excuse me. David Cross is very known at this time.
Arrested
Decently
Development.
known from this time.
Yeah.
Well, Arrested Development wasn't around then.
2004?
Was it? I don't know.
Let us know in the comments below.
Okay.
Before then, he did not Toy Soldiers. Isn't Toy Soldiers?
Toy Soldiers should have came out earlier.
Yeah. So he would have been in that, and like obviously a Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh shit, you're right.
So there's like they've done some stuff, and then the coolest thing about the film I thought was how they filmed it, and then the fact that you can tell there's some budget involved.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there was some budget, but it wasn't as big as you would say like Lord of the Rings or Spider-Man had.
Yeah.
Budget, I mean like high budget. I mean like
Because like
low.
they had
No budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, they worked with what they had, and they did a really good job working with what they had.
They did an amazing job. Like the practical effects they did for like the rain indoors, when they were going from like memory to memory to memory, but like seamlessly, so just like one shot. It's like, oh no, kudos.
Yeah.
Whoever planned that, the set design and everything for that looked amazing.
The set design for when he's a kid under the table.
Yeah.
You know that's not CGI, right?
Yep.
These guys did not use CGI. They use optical illusion. They made the room smaller on one end and bigger on the other.
Yeah.
It creates that optical illusion.
And then the scene we mentioned before where he was what's it called? Where he was like in a memory, but you didn't know that, and like when the lights were shutting off, it was like done very well because it actually looked like a memory was just shutting down, and then he just like walked down and sat down on the couch.
Yeah.
It's like,
To another memory. And then him running away with her to try to like. So yeah, during the movie, he tries to like save her because he didn't want to forget it. He's just going through these memories. He's like, shit, I want to forget you. So he's like trying to save her and put her in memories that didn't matter, like the one you were mentioning in that room with his I guess his mom and then the babysitter.
Yeah.
And then like that optical illusion part. But like what was interesting is like I was saying, you actually get to see the budget, like them turning the lights off in rooms that were definitely in parts of the movie beforehand.
Yeah.
But like just the lights are off. But you can tell like what they're showing is that the memories are disappearing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And at the same time, imagine if this film was today.
Like with like a larger budget or just today.
Forget the budget.
I think even without the budget,
Forget
just
the
technology.
budget, technology itself.
Technology will play a big deal. And I think screen directing and everything has moved to a different era. So to be filmed right now, the way they did it before, it might actually have a huge impact. But I do not want them to remake it.
No.
Because I think they did it well.
I think like every Spotlight film we do now, I think like the gold theme is like we don't want them to redo this because it looks so good already, or good enough for what it is, and it fits in its time so perfectly.
It fits perfectly with the flaws, right?
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Like the flaws make it seem just almost more endearing, which I'm not gonna say that a lot.
Endearing.
But you got what's it called? So you got I think one thing I actually enjoyed from this film was just like it did have a sci-fi portion of it with like the technology wiping memories and whatnot, but like that was used as a plot device just to move the plot forward.
Yeah.
So they did it right. The technology was present, but it was just like and now you have questions based on this existing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for me, it wasn't the technology; it was the mirroring behind
the characters.
Yeah, Elijah Wood stole Jim Carrey's girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
by the relationships in this movie are weird.
But it's really realistic. So he did that, but that mirrors what the doctor
was doing with
Mark Ruffalo did with the girl.
There was a love.
Actually, okay. What Mark Ruffalo did with the girl wasn't like
sleazy.
He wasn't heinous or sleazy.
No, he wasn't that.
Hold on, Elijah Wood did the worst thing ever.
No.
It was Mark Ruffalo was like, that's unethical. But like, I'm actually kind of missing out the part where you mean what Mark Ruffalo did. Like, I just came from watching the film.
Mark Ruffalo took his girl, the doctor's girl, because the doctor was fascinated with. The girl was fascinated with the doctor, and he already knew about that romance.
Yep.
And he already knew
He didn't know about the romance.
He said to cover his own ass, he said he only seen her with her twice or 3 times, right? And just smile. But I don't think that's the truth.
Okay, here's the thing. There's a difference when you break up with someone and they're now available and you start dating them. But what the doctor did was that he made her forget her memories of him in general. So, like, she's in a whole new realm of, like, existence of, like, okay, well, I'm going to have fun with, like, this guy because he's a workmate.
Yeah.
What Elijah Wood does is, like, he is completely...
No, he's malicious with it. Like, he's like an actual...
I agree there. It's two different categories,
yeah.
but it's just the way those two characters were mirroring at the same time going.
Because,
right?
yeah, they're doing it at the same time. He was doing it almost like in a predatory...
version, whereas he's doing it in a sense that she's forgotten her memories, but she's available now.
All right, so with that, we're going to end off. We'll be right back in a few seconds.
Yep. Take care.
Hey everyone, if you want to continue watching, click here. Or, if you're feeling lucky, click here for something totally random.